Last year, a Silverado owner came in with a dealer maintenance estimate for $2,700. Half the items were unnecessary or overpriced. The other half were real services that needed doing, just not at those prices. The problem is GM gives you one maintenance schedule and dealerships follow another. What actually keeps a Silverado alive past 300,000 miles is something different from either one. Today, I am giving you the only Chevy Silverado maintenance schedule you will ever need. Every fluid, every interval, every milestone. Let's get into it. Part 1. 5 myths costing Chevy owners money right now. Myth 1. The oil life monitor is always right. It is not. The oil life monitor measures combustion events, temperature cycles, and elapsed time. It was calibrated for average conditions, not for a Silverado with active fuel management, running cold starts every morning, towing on weekends, and short trips in winter. The AFM lifters and VVT actuators run on oil pressure and oil quality. I have seen 5.3 engines with the monitor showing 30% oil life remaining and oil that looked like black paste on the dipstick. The monitor showing remaining life does not tell you about viscosity breakdown, fuel dilution on direct injection engines, or sludge forming in the passages that feed your AFM lifters. The monitor was designed to protect GM's cost of ownership image, not your engine. My interval on any Silverado with AFM or DFM is 5,000 miles. Not what the monitor says. Not the 7,000 the sticker sometimes suggests. 5,000 every time. Myth 2. Transmission fluid is lifetime. This is the most expensive lie in your Chevrolet owner's manual. GM labels the fluid in the 6L80, 8L90, and 10L80 transmissions as lifetime fill. I want to be direct about what lifetime means to GM. It means the fluid will survive long enough to outlast the warranty period without generating a claim. The 8L90 makes more gear changes per mile than almost any transmission GM has put in a Silverado. More shifts means more torque converter cycles. More cycles means more heat. More heat means fluid that has depleted its friction modifiers is the only thing between your clutch packs and metal-on-metal contact. Forum teardowns and shop records on high-mileage Silverados consistently show dark, metal contaminated fluid at mileages where GM said service was not needed. I will give you the real interval shortly. The difference between GM's guidance and this schedule is a $4,000 repair. Myth 3. Spark plugs last 97,000 miles. GM publishes 97,500 miles as the spark plug interval for the 5.3 and 6.2. On a direct injection V8 running AFM cycles and variable valve timing. The electrode gap grows faster than that interval assumes. When the gap grows, coil stress increases and misfires follow under load. You may not feel a miss, but you will feel a gradual softening of throttle response and a quiet drop in fuel economy. A set of AC Delco Iridium plugs for the 5.3 costs approximately $60. A catalytic converter damaged by prolonged misfires starts at $1,200. My interval is 60,000 miles on the 5.3 and 6.2. Not 97,000, 60,000. Myth 4. Dexcool lasts 150,000 miles. GM's published coolant interval is 150,000 miles or 5 years, whichever comes first. The mileage number gets the attention. The time limit is what kills cooling systems. Once Dexcool turns acidic, and it will turn acidic regardless of mileage once the protective additives deplete, it attacks aluminum from the inside. Your Silverado's engine, water pump housing, thermostat housing, and intake passages are all substantially aluminum. A water pump and thermostat together runs $150 to $250. A warped cylinder head from the overheating that follows a failed water pump starts at $1,000. Independent shops recommend 60,000 miles under real working Silverado conditions. That is where the additive package is meaningfully depleted. That is the number I use. Myth 5. No codes means nothing is wrong. The check engine light is not a health monitor, it is a threshold alarm. By the time it triggers, the problem has been building for thousands of miles. AFM lifter wear does not throw a code until a lifter collapses far enough to create a detectable misfire. Carbon buildup on intake valves never throws a code. It just slowly robs your engine of the power and fuel economy it had when the truck was new until you stop remembering what it used to feel like. Transmission fluid degradation does not throw a code until shift quality has declined far enough to trigger an adaptation limit. The shop reveals what the dashboard conceals. These 5 myths are what the GM owner's manual is built on. The schedule below is built on what actually keeps these trucks running. Quick pause. Hit like and subscribe right now. 5 myths costing Chevy owners money every day. The oil monitor that does not know what your AFM lifters are dealing with. The lifetime transmission fluid that becomes a $4,000 repair. The plug interval that lets misfires damage your catalytic converter. The Dex Cool that turns acidic long before 150,000 miles. And the dashboard that never shows the problem until the bill has already started. Here is the schedule that fixes all of it. Part 2. The real maintenance schedule. Every 5,000 miles. Oil, filter, A&DA 2-minute inspection. Full synthetic every 5,000 miles without exception. The 5.3 and 6.2 spec 0W20 Dexos 1 Gen 3 certified oil. The 2.7 Turbomax specs 5W30 because the turbocharger runs hotter and needs a heavier film at operating temperature. Substituting the wrong viscosity on a turbocharged engine is exactly the kind of mistake that shows up on a teardown. Use the AC Delco filter. A cheap aftermarket filter with weak anti-drainback seals allows an extra second of dry running on every cold start. Over 100,000 miles, those extra seconds accumulate into measurable wear on your AFM lifters and VVT actuators. When you drain, check the drain plug. Fine metallic paste is normal wear. A cluster of metal fragments is information worth having early. Smell the dipstick. Burnt and acrid means heat damage. A faint fuel smell on direct injection engines means fuel dilution worth investigating. 5,000 miles. Not the monitor, not the sticker. Every time. Every 15,000 miles, air filter AND/MF sensor cleaning. Silverado owners drive in conditions that destroy air filters fast. Dusty roads, job sites, unpaved lots, construction zones. Replace the air filter every 15,000 to 20,000 miles. Hold it up to light. If you cannot see through it, your engine is working harder than it needs to on every mile. The mass airflow sensor sits right after the filter, and when it is coated in dust and oil vapor, it lies to the ECU about airflow. Wrong fuel trims, hesitation, sluggish throttle, rough idle. Sometimes with no check engine light at all. A can of MAF sensor cleaner costs $10. Spray the sensor wires lightly. Do not touch the element. Air dry completely before starting. I have watched rough idle issues that survived multiple diagnostic visits disappear in 10 minutes with a $10 can. On direct injection 5.3 and 6.2 engines. Accurate MAF readings directly affect fueling precision and combustion quality. $10 every 15,000 miles. Every 30,000 miles, brake fluid A&D PCV valve. Brake fluid absorbs moisture from the air through the brake lines over time. That moisture lowers the boiling point and causes internal corrosion in the ABS module, calipers, and master cylinder. A corroded ABS modulator on a Silverado runs $1,200 to $2,000. The brake fluid service that prevents it costs $80 to $100 at an independent shop. A Silverado came through recently with 7 years and 81,000 miles on the original fluid. No symptoms yet. Moisture content over 4%. 2 more years of that fluid and it becomes an ABS modulator conversation that costs 10 times what the service cost that day. The PCV valve is a $20 part that causes large problems on the 5.3 when it sticks. It routes crankcase gases back into the intake. When it fails, pressure builds and oil gets pushed into the MAF sensor, onto the intake valves, and into the intake manifold. Replace it every 30,000 miles. Shake the new one. A healthy PCV rattles. A stuck one does not. Brake fluid and PCV combined cost under $100. Both are easily skipped. Both are expensive when skipped long enough. Every 45,000 miles, transmission fluid. No exceptions. There is no such thing as lifetime transmission fluid. The 6L80 uses Dexron 6. The 8L90 requires Dexron HP specifically, a fluid GM formulated to address the documented torque converter shutter issue on that transmission. Putting Dexron 6 in an 8L90 instead of Dexron HP is putting the wrong fluid in the wrong transmission, and you will know it within 50 miles. The The 10L80 uses Dexron ULV. Fluid specification matters as much as interval. My first change is 45,000 miles under normal driving. If you tow regularly, move that to 30,000. Then every 30,000 miles from there. I have worked on Silverados where the owner did everything right for the entire ownership period and followed GM's lifetime fluid guidance on the transmission. 90,000 miles. Already shuddering. He did everything right except the one thing the manual told him he did not need to do. 45,000 miles. Correct Dexron for your specific transmission model. No exceptions. Every 60,000 miles. Spark plugs, coolant, differential fluid, A&D intake valves. This is the most important service milestone on this schedule and the most often deferred because multiple items arrive at the same mileage. Spark plugs first. AC Delco Iridium plugs on the 5.3 and 6.2 at 60,000 miles. Check the coil on plug boots while the plugs are out. A cracked boot arcs voltage to the head instead of the plug. Move a suspected coil to another cylinder, and if the misfire follows it, replace it. Coolant next. Dex Cool by 60,000 miles under real Silverado working conditions. The additive package is depleted. Once it turns acidic, it attacks your aluminum water pump housing and thermostat housing from the inside. Watch the water pump weep hole when you are under there. A small drip under the front of the engine that most owners ignore until it becomes a puddle and then an overheating event. Water pump and thermostat together at an independent shop runs $150 to $250. Differential fluid at 60,000 miles, front and rear on 4-wheel drive models. A differential rebuild runs $1,500 to $3,000. The service that prevents it costs $60 to $80. And for any 2000 A&D 14 or newer Silverado with the 5.3 or 6.2 Ecotech 3, have the intake valves inspected with a bore scope at 60,000 miles. Direct injection means fuel never washes the valve faces. Oil vapor from the PCV system bakes onto those hot, dry valves with every heat cycle. I have scoped direct injection engines at 80,000 miles where the valves were coated so heavily you could barely see the metal underneath. No codes, no warning lights, just a truck that had quietly lost the performance it had when it was new. When carbon reaches that threshold, walnut media blasting is the fix. A shop removes the intake manifold and blasts the valve ports with crushed walnut shells. Cost runs $400 to $600. An oil catch can installed early prevents the buildup from reaching that point. 60,000 miles covers more critical maintenance items than any other interval on this schedule. Do not defer this one. Every 100,000 miles, FM system inspection, belt and detensioner, scan tool reset. At 100,000 miles, the FM and VVT system on any 5.3 or 6.2 that has not had a disabler installed deserves a professional inspection. Cold start rattle on these engines, a brief metallic clatter in the first seconds after startup that disappears as oil pressure builds, is the early warning sign most owners dismiss as normal. It is not. It is the AFM lifters and VVT actuators running on oil that has not yet reached them. Caught early, a worn lifter is a manageable repair. Caught late, after it has shed metal through the oiling system, it is an engine replacement conversation. Check the serpentine belt and tensioner. The belt drives your alternator, act compressor, and power steering and gives little warning before it fails. Belt and tensioner together at an independent shop runs under $100 and $50. A roadside breakdown from a snapped belt costs more in towing and rental than the parts and labor combined. An ELM 327 opt adapter and a compatible diagnostic application give you access to live data and calibration reset functions. After significant maintenance work, the transmission adaptive tables are still calibrated around the old worn conditions. Resetting them to baseline lets the truck relearn from a clean starting point. Owners who do this after major service consistently report the truck drives noticeably better within a few hundred miles. Here is the complete schedule. Every 5,000 miles, oil change with AC Delco filter and a drain plug inspection. Every 15,000 miles, air filter and MAF sensor cleaning. Every 30,000 miles, brake fluid and PCV valve. Every 45,000 miles, transmission fluid in the correct Dexron specification. No exceptions. Every 60,000 miles, spark plugs, Dex Cool Flush, differential fluid, and intake valve inspection on any direct injection 5.3 or 6.2. Every 100,000 miles, AFM system inspection, serpentine belt and tensioner, and a scan tool calibration reset. Following this schedule over 100,000 miles costs approximately $1,200 to $1,500 that independent shop rates. The repairs it prevents: transmission rebuild, catalytic converter, head gasket, AFM lifter, and camshaft, run $4,000 to $12,000 each. Silverados do not die from hard use. They die from the $20 PCV valve nobody replaced, the transmission fluid that was supposedly lifetime, the Dex Cool turning acidic at 60,000 miles while the owner waited for 150,000. Small neglected items that compound quietly until one of them becomes a very expensive conversation. The trucks that reach 300,000 miles are not the lucky ones. They are the ones with owners who changed the transmission fluid at 45,000, who did not trust the oil monitor on an AFM engine, who scoped the intake valves at 60,000 before the carbon got critical. That is the difference. Now you have the schedule. The owner's manual was written to make the cost of ownership look attractive on a comparison chart. This schedule was written to keep the truck alive. Hit like and subscribe, drop your model year and your current mileage in the comments below. I will see you in the next one.